Welcome to the orientation for the Youth Triathlon. I'm Don Heron and I'm your race director. The Youth Triathlon is part of the Midwest Youth Triathlon series and the first event in the actual series. There are 3 triathlons in this series: the Youth Triathlon on July 24th at the YMCA and the JCPRD Kids Triathlon on August the 20th, in addition to the Youth Triathlon. Everyone can sign up for this series. There's no extra charge to do so, and there'll be awards for the best tri-kids of the Midwest at the conclusion of the series. You can find out more by going to trikctriclub/youth-triathlon. So prior to your race that's coming up this week, you need to make sure you have all the things that you need ready to go. So let's go over some of those. First of all, you'll need a bike helmet. You're not allowed to wear a skateboard helmet, so make sure you have a bike helmet. Your bike helmet must be worn at all times except when your bike is parked either at or under the racks. So anytime you are on your bike, you need your helmet on. Your helmet must be buckled, so make sure you do that before you actually unrack your bike or take it off its kickstand. Also, make sure that you have your helmet on correctly. Here are some examples of how your helmet is not on correctly. The first one, the person doesn't have their helmet strapped. The second one, their helmet is too far back or to the side, or it could be tilted forward. So take a look at this diagram here. It shows the right way that your helmet is supposed to look on your head and the wrong way. So if you fall off your bike and you have that much of your forehead exposed, you're more likely to get hurt. So again, parents, check to make sure that our helmets are fitted correctly on race day. You'll also be getting a paper number. You're required to wear that paper number on the front of your shirt during the bike and the run, or you can have a number belt that you can use just to make sure it's on the front so it's visible. It's likely to be hot on race day, so come prepared for that. You do need to have your body marked with the magic marker, putting your number on both of your arms and preferably on both of your legs. You can do that at home if you want, or if you don't do it at home, when you get there we will mark you. In any case, if you come unmarked, make sure you haven't put on your sunscreen yet, as the body marking will not be apparent when we need to see you on the bike and the run, because the sunscreen will have washed it away. Bring a cold water bottle for your bike if you're able to drink on the bike and for the transition area. Good tip is to go ahead and freeze your water bottle, plastic water bottle, the night before, and then when you bring it in the morning it will thaw out by the time you're ready to race. If you do overheat, make sure you slow down or stop. Ask for help if you need help. This is not the Olympics, so it's better to be safe than to feel bad or get sick. So here's a continuation of the checklist you're going to need for the swim, bike, and run. On race day, you'll need your swim goggles. You also need some type of suit to swim in. A lot of triathletes wear the same piece of clothing the entire event, so if you have a tri-suit or something of that nature, that's a good idea. Otherwise, you can race in your swimsuit if you so desire. For the bike, you'll need your race number. We've already talked about that. Bike shoes or running shoes. Some people wear bike shoes with clip-ons. Others just wear running shoes. In either case, you'll need one or both. You'll need your helmet. It's a good idea to bring sunglasses and then a water bottle for your bike. And for the run, you'll need your running shoes. Hat and visor is a good idea to keep the sun out of your face. And quick laces. Those are laces that you can get at the athletic stores, and they basically allow you to get your shoes on and off real quickly and lace up fast, as opposed to sitting there and tying your shoes in transition, which takes extra time. Other things you need to think about bringing are a transition towel, a race watch, sandals, your sunscreen, which we've already talked about, and dry clothing for after the event. If you have bike problems, take your bike now to Elite Cycle and see if they can get it fixed. they will be on hand on race day, but it's very difficult to fix anything complicated on race day. So check out your bike now. Make sure all the gears are working, the tires are pumped up, you don't have any leaky tires, that type of thing. And if you need help, head over to Lee Cycling. Race morning. The triathlon starts at 7:30 a.m. Do not arrive before 6:30 a.m. as we'll not be ready for you. The TOTS will be after the actual other kids' race. We don't have an exact start time like that, but that will be sent to you, or that information will be put out online. On race morning, you're going to park on what used to be the Sprint campus. No parking at the JCC. Go to 115th Street and enter the Sprint area or the Sprint campus from that street and go to Garage D and park. You can then go out the back of Garage D or the J side of it and walk across over to the transition area. Race check-in, race morning. So you need your body marked if you haven't done that at home. You'll need to go to the transition area and get your spot and get your stuff set up. And there'll be volunteers all over to help you out if you have any questions. Parents are allowed in the transition area to help set up, but they are not allowed in the transition area once the event begins. We will have a clerk of the course which will call you to the tennis courts and stage you based on where you're going to be racing. So listen for your age group, and if you hear your age group called over the loudspeaker, head to the tennis courts and start to line up. There will be people there to also assist you. You'll be receiving a chip on race day that will go around your ankle, and you'll wear that chip the entire event. This is how we time you from start to finish. You know exactly how fast you swam, how fast you went through transition, how fast you biked, how fast you run, and then your finish line. So you'll get that in the tennis courts when you are with the clerk of the course. The transition areas. So here where it says bike racks on this map is generally where the transition area is going to be. That's where you'll rack your bike. You can kind of see some other views here where the parents and spectators are able to stand, a large space there. You should be able to see a good portion of the bike and run from that point. You can also stand on the pool side and watch part of the swim as long as you do not get on the course. There's also over by the baseball fields a nice place to stand. So in the transition area, your racks will be marked by age, so you need to put your bike and your stuff where your appropriate age is. You can see on this picture here where it marks by arrows exactly where that is. You can see the signs that you'll see with your age on it, and you park your bike there. For the swim, there will be lifeguards and volunteers there to help. If you need any help, you are able to hold on to the side or onto the ropes, or ask the lifeguard for help. So they can't assist you in going forward, but they can certainly assist you if you have any problems in the water. No swim aids are allowed in this event, except for the TOTS, which you probably won't really need any swim aids for that, but you could use them. If you do want a swim aid, ask Erica for permission to do so. You just won't be eligible for an awards if you have to wear a life vest or something of that nature. Here is the old Sprint campus. The bike is going to be totally within that area. All the roads are going to be closed, so no one will be able to drive on them, and you'll be safe as long as you stay on the course, which we're going to talk about now. So first of all, when you get your bike off the rack, you're going to head out of transition, and you have to walk your bike to the mount line. And when you come back, there will be a dismount line. You get off there and walk your bike back into your spot in the transition area. The try for TOTS. It'll be a 25-yard swim, if you want to call it that. Basically, we have you walk through the water. It's approximate 7.75 mile bike, approximate 2.25 mile run. It's 6 years old and under. and parents are allowed to help with this. Please do not bring your pets on the course during the Try for Tots event, and no siblings on the course also during the TOTS event. One or both parents are permitted. Here's the area in which you'll walk through the water. Just do 2 laps through here. All the kids, it'll be shallow enough to walk through that. If for some reason you want to actually swim in the Try for Tots, just let the swim coordinator know, and she can arrange that. And we're going to be doing 2 laps. Here's the TOTS course. You can see in orange the transition area. You're going to bike out down to 117th Street, come back, rack your bike or park your bike again, and then head out for the run, which basically goes up towards the Sprint campus, and then over towards the entrance of the health center, and then back to the finish line. For the swim, for everybody else, it's going to be serpentine style. That is, you swim down, go under the ropes, and swim back. Holding on the ropes or the side is acceptable, so don't be shy if you need to take a rest. For the short course, you're going to do 2 lengths of the pool. So a length is 1 way down and 1 way back. That's what you do for the short course. 1 lap on the bike and 1 lap on the run. These are 6 to 8 year olds. So the important thing here is not to worry about the distance. It's to worry about exactly what you're supposed to do. And for the short course, down and back on the swim, 1 lap on the bike, 1 lap on the run. Here is your bike course for the short course. You're going to go out, go down to 117th Street, you're going to make a left, and you're going to go all along the Sprint campus there, drive, and then turn around and come back, and head back to transition the same way you came in, and you'll be done. 1 lap. And here's another look at it. There's where the bike out is. And then for the run, you're going to run up towards the Sprint campus, that garage D. There'll be a turnaround there. You'll come back, make a slight jog towards the front of the health part of the J, or go down and back in the parking lot a number of times over to the finish line. You can see it mapped out there for you. So take a good look and soak that up. For the intermediate and the long courses, on the swim, intermediate course and the long course are going to be on the 50-meter pool. The short course is in the indoor pool, which is 25 yards. But you'll be outside if you're in the intermediate or long course. Intermediate is going to do 2 lengths. That's down and back. The length is 1 way down and 1 way back. So you 2 lengths down and back. Long course, 4 lengths or down and back, down and back. On the bike, if you're an intermediate, you're going to do 1 lap. If you're a long courser, you're going to do 2 laps. Now keep in mind, this is not the same course as what the short course was. So here is your bike course for the intermediate and long course. You're going to go out, and rather than turn left there off 117th Street, you're going to turn right, go up all the way around to where it says HI, turn around there, come back, come all the way back down to where it says NO, and go back. If you're doing 1 lap, you'll finish off then. Otherwise, you'll come back into in the transition area, turn around, and head out back for your 2nd lap. For the run, there will be water stations available on the run. It's a little bit longer than the short course, as you can see. Again, you're going to run out towards those garages, except this time you're going to go all the way up past the entrance of the J and go to the parking lot, which you can see over there by the Hyman Brand Hebrew Academy. Turn around, come back, all the way back down, and then run through the parking lot again, up and back, up and back, up and back, until you reach the finish line. Triathletes are responsible for counting their laps. It's very important that you do so. We suggest that you write them on your hand so that you do not forget. But here it is for the short course, intermediate course, and the long course, the number of laps or lengths that you need to do to complete the course. If you do not complete the required laps, then you will not be eligible for awards. It may show up on the results that you did not finish. We'll try to go ahead and put your times in there anyway, but you will not be eligible for the awards if you do not do the entire event. Laps for teams. If there are teams, you can see here the long course will be doing 4 lengths, 2 laps on the bike, 2 laps on the run, and team members must pass their timing chip from one to the other. There will be some signs on the course, so take a look at that for those. It reminds you what your laps are because they are so important. And write the laps on your hand so you do not forget. Spectators. Most important thing is to not get on the course or to get into the transition area. You can't have a safe event if you're standing where someone's trying to bike or run. It creates a danger, so please do not get on the course. Do make signs. Kids love them. Don't leave unattended bags behind. Make sure everything's with you so that we don't have any security issues. Here you can see a runner coming out of the swim. That's part of the course, so make sure you do not block the area from the swim to the transition area. Again, if you're doing the TOTS, the parents are allowed on the course for the TOTS race. Afterwards, we will have awards for the various age groups, so stick around for that. Everybody who participates receives a medal, and you'll get that at the finish line. There will also be food and beverage. One of the highlights is the Kona Ice person will be here. That will be free. There will also be other food and drinks available for the triathletes. If you're interested in training for Youth Triathlon, you can join the SBR Elite Youth Triathlon team simply by sending an email to the email on the screen saying you want to participate. We practice on Sunday afternoons. There's no cost to do this. It's just a bunch of kids who are interested in the sport who want to try to get better or get fitter. We invite everybody to come if you so desire. So again, our 2022 triathlons that are after this event are on July 24th. It's the Youth Triathlon at the YMCA in North Kansas City. And on August 20th, the JCPRD Kids Triathlon, which is at Kill Creek Park. All 3 events are part of the Midwest Youth Series if you want to participate in that. Our main goal here is to have fun, so make sure you do that. Don't get yourself sick. Don't get yourself overheated. Have fun. It's a fun event. You'll feel really great when you're finished, and be welcome to the triathlon family. So the J of Kansas City and TriKC, who helps put on this event, thank you very much for participating. If you have any friends, family members who want to participate, please encourage them to sign up. Please also support our donors and sponsors. All these groups help make this event available and are very important to us in keeping it going. So we appreciate it if you use their services when you can. And that is it. Good luck on race day.